My name is Neha Singh. I'm the Advocacy Director at the Sikh Coalition. The Sikh Coalition recently filed a complaint with the United States Army to allow 2 Sikh individuals to continue serving in the armed forces with their articles of faith intact. What that really means is essentially there are 2 Sikhs who've been serving, they're commissioned officers, and we are asking that they be allowed to continue to serve in active duty as they were supposed to do starting this summer.
My major motivation for wanting to serve in the military is, I'm 4th generation military. My father and my grandfather were both in the Indian Air Force, and my great-grandfather was in the Royal British Army.
Sikhs have been serving in the U.S. Armed Forces for decades. To have that right taken away from them as citizens and as concerned Americans it's just unfair.
This is our constitutional right. We've been commissioned officers, and we totally believe that with our articles of faith intact, we can serve. Myself as a dentist and Kamal as a medical doctor.
Unit cohesion is the same argument that's been used every time the military has wanted to exclude a group, whether that was African Americans or whether that was women in the military. Unit cohesion is the argument they use every single time.
In the new millennium, 60 years later, and the same arguments being used to keep Sikhs out.
All of the soldiers, both ex-US military as well as serving in militaries around the world, have always told us that their turbans and their beards and their strong commitment and loyalty to their faith has always been something that their fellow soldiers have valued in them.
A lot of soldiers just would come up to me kind of randomly and said, thank you for your service, not knowing who I am, they just saw me in uniform and they were just, so touched.
All the time I spent in the army, I think I have worn a gas mask over 100 times. My name is Kiranbir Singh Garewal, and I joined the US Army in 1977 in July, and I was in the army for 9 years. If the gas mask does not fit properly, it's not good to you. USA here did not stop for my gas mask for being sealed, and I had never had any problems with it. I won a gas mask, continue what I was supposed to do, not for 30 seconds, sometimes for an hour. And only time I took my gas mask off when it was all clear for all the soldiers.
Certainly we've been part of every major world war. We served in the world wars alongside the Allied forces. Tens of thousands of Sikhs lost their lives in World War II alongside the Allied forces, and those brave Sikhs served with their turbans and beards intact.
I'm excited. I'm excited to start this beautiful career. There's a lot Army offers. There's a lot to learn, and Army is like a family, and I believe I would love to be part of that family.
At a time when we've got troop surges in at least 2 different countries, it doesn't make sense to leave Americans who are willing and able to serve out of the military.
I'm an American, and that's kind of where my loyalties are, and that's there's no reason why Sikhs shouldn't be able to continue to serve this country.